Just waiting. Let's see if anybody jumps on the line. Hey, Miss P. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Is it the perfect time? Yes, it's the perfect time. How are you, Emma? Emma, you gotta go. You have to order that painting. That avatar that you're using, you need to go ahead and order her so you can hang her up on your wall. Yes, happy Friday. Happy Friday. I started, I have started to date. Miss P, have you? Hey, Nine Elite. Welcome, girlie. You and I got to talk too, Nine Elite. Yes, you got to get her, Emma. You got to get her. She is too cute. But Miss P, who are we dating? Give us the tea. Anybody else here dating? Anybody else like starting to date anybody? Anybody? Good day, good day, good evening. Was it Freya? Who's that? Gomez? Games. Yes, hit the like button, y'all. Hit like up the stream before we get started. Just like up the stream. Like it, like it. So no one else is dating. Miss P, we need the tea on this date. Did you actually officially go out on the date, or you just talking to somebody right now? What's going on? What is going on? Because I want to help you do the right thing here, so you got to let me know. You have to let me know. The title of this video is, what did I title it? Don't talk too much. I believe that's the title of the video. Don't talk too much. Some of us talk too much. We talk too much. Too much. We talk too much. Especially in the beginning of a relationship. You gotta understand that trust is to be earned. You don't earn. Some of y'all are under this conclusion that the way to acquire trust in a relationship is by being honest. That's not the way to do it. At least that's not the position that you ever want to take. You don't want to take that position of I'm gonna just lay all my cards on the table. I'm gonna just tell the truth. I'm gonna just say how I feel. I'm not gonna play no games. Excuse me? Excuse me. Please do not do that. If you want to ruin the start of what could possibly be a great relationship, please don't do the I'm just going to be honest route. It doesn't work. It doesn't help. It doesn't make him like you anymore. Men don't like you because they trust you. Men like you because they like you. Hello? A man because he like you. Not because you're so honest and trustworthy. Are you kidding me? Do not do that. Do not do that. Let it be the 10th date before you even go spreading your business out on the street. This is for anybody, and especially men that you are dating. Don't get into, well, my father wasn't in our lives, and I've been hurt before, and I'm just really wanting better for myself now. I'm at a great place now. It took a long time to get here. but I've been on this journey of self-discovery. Please don't do all that. Please don't do all that. Save the intel for when he has put some money out, like really shelled out some cash or really showed you, listen, I'm really motivated to have you in my life. Whatever it takes to get you to trust me, I'm going to do that. If he's not positioning himself to say that whatever it takes for him, whatever he needs to do to earn your trust, then you close your mouth. You just close your mouth. And enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy it for the moment that it is. Enjoy it for the fun that it is. Tell jokes. Learn some jokes and tell some jokes. Should you talk about your family life? It depends. Because some of you have had rough childhoods and rough family lives starting out. Parents might have been on drugs or somebody wasn't there, that kind of thing. If that is the scenario of your family life, I would say leave that out. For as long as you can leave that out, leave that part out. And the only reason why I say this is because once people hear stuff like this, and especially men, because they're already assuming black women are dysfunctional emotionally as it is, that more than likely we come from broken homes and all kind of stuff. We've been used up, ran through. This is y'all hear what these men say about us. So if that was your experience, I don't think that's anything to share right away, because that's what you call sensitive information. Sensitive information. What do people usually do with sensitive information? You tell me. What do they do with stuff that they know is highly emotional to you? They use you. They use it to use you. They use it to get to you. They use it to manipulate you. That's what they do. Very rare is someone that finds out all your secrets and by finding out more about you, they're compelled to protect you. It's very rare. Where? You don't tell him all your business, and now he wants to cover you. Tell me where that fucking man is. Where? They don't exist. He'll want to be with you whether he trusts you or not. That's the true tea. That's the true tea. He'll want you whether you're honest or not. And if you're honest, that's just icing on the cake. And you are honest, what you're doing here is just protecting yourself. That's really all that I'm telling you to do, is to protect yourself emotionally. So if you are divulging anything that you feel ashamed of, or it gets you into an emotional space, an emotionally vulnerable place, do not go there. Don't go there. People like a damsel in distress. Hello? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And be a damsel. Even you independent girls, you need to act like damsels. I need some help. Can you help me? I don't know how to wash my car. Can you wash it for me? I don't know. You got to do that. You have to do that, even if you're independent. My mother said, even if you don't need, you need. A woman is supposed to need all the time. Yeah, no oversharing. They don't need to know everything. Yeah, don't overshare. Don't overshare. I know you want this connection. You feel like sharing your life story is a way to get connected to another person. And with men, that's just not the case. The more you share, the more they're disinterested. The more they're disinterested. Now, eventually, there are things that he's gonna have to know. You know, if you're together long enough, he will know certain things anyway. But it wouldn't be premature. It wouldn't be prematurely. Some men don't deserve to know anything about you, and you need to know who they are. The ones that don't deserve your internal secrets and your dark family past and all that, you need to know who they are. And the only way to know who they are is to wait them out. Is to really wait them out. So if people like the damsel in distress, then disclosing sad family dynamics will work in a woman's favor? No. A damsel is just you need. You being a damsel doesn't, you don't have to get home to play a damsel. You could be making more money than him and still play a damsel. You're just a woman. You're just a woman looking to receive, requesting things in a space where you're leaving room for him to do things for you. You're not the one initiating doing things like how men do. He has to do things as a man. You don't need to be a broken woman for that. A damsel is just someone that wants a man to lead her, to cover her, to protect her, to take care of her. That's all a damsel is. Intel that'll be used against you. Yeah, that's usually how it is. I told a man about my absent father, and my fiance feels a need to protect me. Your fiance? Okay. You might have lucked up there. You might have lucked up there. It's still not my recommendation to have that be your first couple of stories. All I'm saying is these things will reveal themselves in time. It should not be the first dinner table talk. It shouldn't be the sixth dinner table talk. It shouldn't be any of those things. It shouldn't be any of those things. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I definitely don't discuss anything about my coins. You better not. That's another thing. Some of y'all, I've heard of chicks bringing their tax returns on a date. Like, who? How, Sway? Who does that? Like, you such a team player. You bring paperwork to a date. But I've heard of it. Here's my credit report. The chick bringing her credit report to a dinner. Like, really? You think men care about all of that? You think men care about all of that? Please. Please. When he still is in love with the woman that broke his heart. You here with your tax returns and showing your W-2s and all that because you want everything on the level. Meanwhile, he's still in love with the chick that took all his last year's tax returns. Who cheated on him. He's still in love with the chick who cheated on him. Huh? How, Sway? How? That's what it is. That's what it is. We're under certain assumptions. Men love abusive women. Abusive. I'm trying to think if I like that term. I don't think, because when you say abusive, it's synonymous like with smacking them around, like literally smacking somebody around and being physically aggressive with them. And you don't have to be that way to be about your business. You don't have to smack anybody around. You can say no nicely. No. Oh, you want me to do what? No. No, I can't. I'm sorry, no. we'll table that. Maybe I'll consider that down the line, but right now it's a no. It's still a no. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to raise your voice to say it. It's still a no. So you don't have to be abusive. You just have to be non-wavering about what it is that you want. That's it. So, because that guy was going in on your Facebook post earlier. Which guy and which post? I can't recall. Which post you talking about? You know they love to start mess. Might be harsh. Yeah. Not abusive. I think, we call it being abusive, being a bitch, for lack of a better word, but it's really just you're unwavering. You're unwavering, and every move that you make is strategic towards adding to your bottom line first. So there's nothing wrong with giving if there's reciprocity there. There's nothing wrong with even sacrificing or compromising for a bigger picture. But you got to remember that it still comes back to you. What the bottom line is, love doesn't last forever. When you're in a relationship with a man, he's going to love you for a good year. He's going to want to fuck you for about a good 12 months. He can't get enough of your vagina for about a good 12 months. And then after that, he's going to be like, yeah, that. Yeah, I had that. I had that. I had that and that and that. And that too. I had that. After a year, after a year, he's not going to want to screw you as much anymore. So, we talk about keeping the home fires burning and all that kind of stuff. And it's really hard to do. And I think it's impractical to reach for that, because if you're with someone long enough, there's going to be complacency there. You're going to reach, for lack of a better word, that comfort zone. After a while, you'll reach it and he'll reach it. And things slow down. And the sex that used to be 20, 30 times a month, goes down to maybe once or twice, depending. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. So you gotta prepare for that change. But like I said in my Facebook group, the private Ugly Girls group today. I did a live in there today. And I said, you prepare for that, because that's really the next phase of a relationship. That's really when you start seeing if the feelings are genuine or not. When that sexual desire starts to go down, but that person still goes to work for you, even though it's like he's not hot and heavy for you, that's when you're stepping into another realm of your relationship. And it's going to happen. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Hey, Ramona. What if the guy keeps asking you questions? Well, he could keep asking questions. You don't know how to ignore questions when they're asked? I'm asked questions all the time, and I'll say, sometimes I literally have to say, well, I'm not ready to really answer that. Or I'll say, I don't have an answer for you. I don't have an answer for you. Well, what's your take on this? I don't know. At this time, I don't know. At this time, I don't know. I don't answer what I don't want to answer. Don't be afraid of men. Don't be afraid to say, I'm not going to answer that. What are they going to do? If they're going to run, guess what they're going to do? They're going to run anyway. If they're not interested, ladies, they're not interested to begin with. You not answering questions or not giving up sex or anything like that ain't got nothing to do with it. If he not interested in you, he ain't interested in you anyway. And if he interested in you, you can say anything. And he's still gonna be interested in you. You could tell him, dog, get out my face. Well, could I call you next week? Leave me alone. You're ugly. I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way your face looks. Well, it'll grow on you. Give me a shot. Give me a little chance. Don't be afraid. You can't run no man away that want to be there. You can't. It's impossible. You can't. I think you have my other YouTube account blocked. What are you talking about, Rosemary? Are you talking to me? The one where you told him off the post about Nicole and being a high risk. Oh, that. Yeah, people were in their feelings about that. Some of the brothers too. But I don't listen to what they say because they just lie. They pander when they think they can get some traction. They pander. This is what men do. This is what they do. So I don't ever believe anything they really say. The men just say what they think you want to hear. Hello. Men say what they think you want to hear, and I'm just going to tell the truth of it. Listen, the competition that you think you have with other women because of how you look is it's smoke and mirrors, okay? It's smoke and mirrors. Layla Rashawn got cheated on by her husband. You think Nicole Murphy was the first piece of ass he chased during their relationship? No. No, man. He had 2 or I believe 3 kids outside of that marriage when her waistline was a 24. Okay? So it's not about that. It's not about that. And you ladies need to stop having these debates and conversations. Well, should you let yourself go? And, he'll go look the other way if you let yourself go. That nigga was looking the other way when she was still marketable. He was looking the other way. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. Eddie Murphy looked the other way on Nicole, bad body having ass too. So it's not about any of that. But these dudes are, they pander, they try to create this emotional upheaval in you. What you better look good, cause we ain't gonna stick around if you don't look good. Meanwhile, he been looking anyway. A man that's gonna cheat is gonna cheat whether you're cute or not. That's the gag here. If he has proclivities to want other than you, that's just what he is. That's just what he is. It doesn't matter how well upkept you are. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Now, does that mean you let yourself go? No. No, you better not. You better go to the gym and do your squats. Make sure you eat right. Make sure you get some me time to adjust yourself emotionally, to come back to yourself, to find yourself again. You need to do all of that so that you are mentally and physically worth something if he decides to walk away. If you got to get back out on the market, you can't be a mess. How you going to do that if you're depressed? How you going to get back on the market if you suicidal, depressed, and got depression, weight gain, which also makes you feel bad about yourself? Who's going to want you then? Who's going to want you then? So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, men like to, they just lie. How many of y'all know men that cheated on, the wife is banging, she bad. And the chick he cheated on her with is about a 4 or a 5. Like, so justify that for me. Because that happens all the time. The wife is well kept. Or should I say, well appointed. Like Louis Farrakhan said, she was well appointed. She is well appointed. And he cheats on her with somebody who looks like a 4 on a good day. Explain that to me. Explain it. I recently went on a first date with a guy that had good conversation with, but didn't text me until a week later, only to say how I'm doing. He he still interested or not? He texted you a week later? And how did you respond to his text? Let me ask you that. You went out, had great conversation. I don't know what you said in the conversation. What made the conversation great? What did you add to the conversation? And then when he texted you back a week later, what did you say? That's what I want to know. We wouldn't be able to see your comments if you were sometimes in a. It takes a minute for her to see comments. What's going on here? I haven't blocked anybody who's here. If you see me, you're not blocked. So I don't know. If you're seeing me, you're not blocked. I think I don't know. If I blocked you from another channel, maybe you were acting up. I don't know. Maybe you wasn't acting right on the other channel. I don't know. So let me see here. If you want to talk to him, don't take him seriously until he shows himself worthy. Yeah. Because it's harder to cheat with a better looking woman. More money is needed. It's harder to cheat with a better looking woman. It's harder to cheat with a better looking woman. Where are we getting this from? You see, these are suppositions too. That women who are attractive are harder to get. Women, that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. It ain't true. We assume these things. We assume these things, but that is not true. Any woman can get got. Any woman, any and all kinds of women screw for free out here. All day long. Any woman who's looking for love, well, let me put it to you like this. Any of you who are looking for love have screwed for nothing. Ding, 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 ding. Any of you who are looking for love have screwed men for nothing. Nothing. For a thank you. For, oh, this is so natural and beautiful. You know, for the moment. I love this moment that you gave me. You gave me a moment. You gave me a moment in time. You kidding me? Please. A pretty woman can ask for more, but that don't necessarily mean that she is asking for more. All of these are assumptions. It's just like people assume that women who are average looking or unattractive are easy to get. That's not true. That is not true. That definitely ain't true. That's why men cheat down. So a man cheating with an unattractive woman, he can't genuinely like her. It's because she was offering it up without him having to do anything. Come now, my dear. Come on. Come on. That's not true. Maybe true for some, but that is not true for all. That's not true for all. Some unattractive women allow the man to come with all his perversions without judgment. That's unattractive women tend to be more understanding about your flaws. Okay? Because she understands that she's flawed. So she understands the flaws and the pretense that he puts up for the chick that he got to put that up for. He don't have to put that up with a chick who's unattractive. They have an understanding. They have an understanding with each other. He could be himself with her. That's what that is. Not that she ain't requiring no money. He can be the pervert that he is with her, and be all the things that he has to front and post up with the other girl. He don't have to do that with her. How about that? How about that? Because she could get money too. Hello? She could get money too. Let's not get it twisted here. See, these are the things. I'm glad you brought it up, because these are the assumptions that are made, that unattractive women are giving out ass around here for free. You could just tell her hi, and her knees open like you squeeze a clothespin, and the legs fly open. You just tell her hi, and her legs just fly open like that. That's not true. It's not true. Most outside women are non-judgmental for these men. They're a safe haven and a refuge from the titles and the responsibilities that he has to be and act and look and do certain things with everybody else. He can just be himself with the other woman. He can just be himself. You have to understand that people have a light, like I always say all the time, you have a light and dark side, so does another person. And in a relationship, you're deciding that what you really are deciding is, when I see this person's dark side, I'm not going to run. I'm going to weather the storm with them. We're gonna work this thing out. I'm not going to judge it, or if I do, I'm not walking out the door once I see the worst of this person. That's really what you're committing to. You're not committing to the fun and the good side and all that fluff and stuff that people show that ain't really who they are. You are deciding that, okay, whatever's around the corner waiting for me, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it. And if you approach relationships like that, that's when you get into this respect thing. When people can be themselves around you, that's when they don't run. That's when you're talking about real commitment. I've shown you my worst, and you're still here. I've shown you all my skid marks, and you are still here. That's when you're stepping into another realm. But most women, he better not do that. And if I find out that, and he better not, and he better not, and he better not, and he's hearing all that, and he's not showing you all that stuff that you're saying that he better not be or do or whatever, but it's there. It's there. And the chick on the outside, here she come with all her understanding. All her understanding. Come now, baby. Just you could do you. You could be you with me. We're both sinners together. Let's sin. You're a sinner. I'm a sinner. Let's sin together. You have to understand that you're a sinner. You are a sinner. And you're going to attract a sinner too. You're going to attract someone just as devilish as you are. Hopefully not more than that, but you're going to attract that. So don't assume that anybody's perfect out here. This is how we get messed up. This is how we get messed up. Listen, on the Ugly Girls channel, what do I tell y'all all the time? Wait to see the dark side. I just say, I don't say if there's a dark side. I said wait to see it. Wait to see it. Suckers, he then said he's looking for a woman who's poised and who can cook for him. I then responded by saying, yes, that's important, but I appreciate a guy that can cook from time to time. So he's looking for someone who's poised and who can cook. I don't know. Somebody tell me that. Okay. I think I would respond. How would I if someone told me that? If a dude told me that, I think I would respond like, you want someone to cook. I would say I cook fabulous meals from time to time. Yeah, that's what I would say. I wouldn't tell him, well, I want a man to, because that's sort of like a tit for tat kind of thing. And I wouldn't do that. I would say, yeah, I'm a fabulous cook, and I do fabulous cooking from time to time. That's it. So you leave wiggle room for yourself. You leave wiggle room for yourself. You're not condemning what he said. You're actually in agreement, but you're putting caveats in there very, very nicely. So everything is still what it is. You know, it's still what it is. Your response: good luck. He's so lucky. Wow. No, you don't say that. You don't say that. That's not charming. Good luck finding that woman. No. No. Because if he's doing what he's supposed to do, ain't you gonna cook? Ain't you gonna cook him a meal as a reward for all the hard work? I would. You're out there slinging mud for me. I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna cook for you. So you gotta say, well, that's a way. If you say from time to time, you're saying that pretty much that has to be earned. If you want me sweating in the kitchen, there's that's not gonna be all the time. That's not gonna be all the time. But you're not saying it's an impossibility that you'll ever cook. You don't say that. There's no charm in that. That's just being mean. You know what's funny, Selk, is men think it's just survival because she gained weight, but they think it's evil and shallow for a woman to leave a man when he's broke. Yeah. Yeah, they think it's evil and shallow to leave him if he can't get his wee wee up either. And men just have a problem with that. All like there shouldn't be any reason why a woman should want to leave a dude. No reason is good enough to leave a dude. None. So expect that. It is what it is. They're trying to survive out here. It's cold, for I won't be taking you out to eat. And that's why I say you tell them I make a great meal from time to time. It's not going to be all the time. So what does that mean? That means you're going to have a restaurant budget for me, dude. There's got to be some restaurants in there. There's got to be some takeout in there somewhere. 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 So that is a test of that. It might not necessarily mean he ain't going to never take you anywhere. But certain women get told that, that cook and clean stuff is, that spiel is for nigger girls. That spiel is for nigger girls. Nigger girls hear that. Bobby Hemmett said something profound. He said, the love you experience in a relationship is just the love you have inside you. The person is just a vessel. So it's not about the other, it's you. The person is just a vessel for your feelings for yourself. Sounds poetic. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't. Well, I do know how I feel about that. I feel like we're individuals. Each person is an individual, and each person really wants to maintain, or should maintain their individuality within a relationship. When you try to force people to conform to your will, they wind up resenting you. They wind up resenting you. This is one of the reasons why people go outside the relationship and cheat, so they can go back to being themselves again. Because with you they're stifled and they have to pretend. You don't ever want to be that kind of woman that a dude has to pretend with. And that's totally different from having expectations and all that kind of stuff. Those are just stipulations for you to want to play the game with him. Listen, if you provide for me, I'll weather the storm with you. If you give me this, I'll give you that. But the thing is, when you see their dark side, are you going to run? Are you going to beat it out of them? And that's what in most relationships, people are beating your authenticity out of you, or they're stifling it, or they're not allowing you to show it. That's most relationships. And this is why people look for something fresh, something where I can breathe. I can breathe. Bobby was saying don't get too invested in a person because you can find love anywhere. I get it. I get it. Um, you can find love anywhere, but how practical is it if you've spent 10 or 20 years with someone to pick up and start? Like, how many times are you going to start over again? So there's that part, you know. There's that part. Relationships are very much about the long game, I feel. A real relationship is about the long game. It's not about right now. It is about 20 years from now. It is about when you get old. It's about all of that. All of that should be considered. You know? All of that. So that, do you believe that people shouldn't get attached to anything? That would be ideal, but it's hard not to. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with to another person who cares about you. The attachment thing gets funky when you are clinging on to someone who wants to go or someone who never cared about you. That's when you get into a icky situation. But as long as you're getting fed what you need, the situation, the relationship, there's nothing wrong with being attached to it. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. But if the person no longer loves you, no longer cares about you, is showing you that they hate you even, you gotta pull the plug. You gotta pull the plug on that. Like literally, pull the plug. Hey, Willie here. Is that the Buddhist belief, non-attachment? I think so. I think so. You know, attachment leads to suffering, like Yoda said, and it's true. It is true. But how are you with somebody and you don't develop some sort of bond? The attachment is a bond. You're going to bond with anybody that you're spending a considerable amount of time with. You're going to bond with them. It's called the law of detachment. All these things sound poetic and nice. And in reality, it's about loving those who love you. It's really as simple as that. Love those who love you. Care about those who care about you. And if somebody doesn't care about you anymore, then you pull the plug. You pull back. And it's going to take time to sever a tie, especially a romantic one. But it can be done. All of you have done it. If you are an ex, or if you've walked away from a relationship and started a new one, you did it. You pulled the plug. You started over. You forgot about that person. So it could be done. If they no longer love you, detach. Release them to the universe to learn whatever lessons they need. I guess so. But people can fall out of love. What if you're the only one still in love? What if you're the only... Well, what if? I mean, if you're the only one still in love, or should I say the only one still attached, then what do? You suffer? You suffer through it? That's what you do? You try to make it work with someone who's showing you that they don't want to be with you anymore? You try to make it work? I don't know. Some people like to suffer. Some of us are wired for that. Because again, it goes all the way back to childhood. Running around trying to please your parents. You disappoint them. They tell you that you disappointed them, so you try to do all kind of magic tricks that I got an A on my test, mom, or I cleaned up my room, or I took out the garbage and you didn't have to tell me, or I didn't lie today, trying to get back into their good graces. And this doesn't go away. This goes all through adulthood. So some of us are still trying to win back the love of people, just like we try to win back the love of our parents and people who we loved early on in life. You've got to learn to leave the table when love's no longer being served. Nina Simone. I love that quote. I love that quote. And Nina had a husband who kicked her ass, who beat her up. How about that? So, self-preservation. Self-preservation. That's what it has to be. This thing called love gets us as women messed up. We get exploited for it. We get exploited for it. And it seems like the more you love somebody, the more they don't respect you. How about that? The harder you love somebody, the more they pull away from you. And the more you don't care, the more they want you. The irony of life. The irony. She couldn't control what he did to her. I'm not saying that she could. I'm not saying that she could control the only thing she could have done was walk away. But if you don't walk away after the first slap, after the first beat down, then you are now a participant in it. Now you're participating in a relationship. You develop a relationship of abuse if you don't walk away. Why wouldn't we walk away? Self-esteem issues, maybe, attachment, being told that, you're nothing, and, we y'all know the drill. Y'all already know the drill. They say love is the highest frequency, but so many people fall short. I would say no, love isn't the highest frequency. I think caring is the highest frequency. To care about yourself and to care about other people would be the highest frequency, because love is too many conditions attached to that. Too many things have to be in place for it, and love has no endurance. The love that we're speaking of has no longevity. None. It always goes. It always leaves before your relationship ends. Way before it sometimes. So, no. I think caring is a higher attribute. I think it is. Ooh, somebody's speaking foreign language here. Is that German? I don't know what you just said. Romantic love surely don't last long at all. No, it doesn't. So if you are in a relationship, if you want a relationship with a guy, you prepare for this thing. You don't deny that that it's not going to happen, because it will. They will reach a point where he does not want to be bothered with you, and you will feel the same way. I'm not just saying him and putting it all on him. You will feel the same way too. But you commit for the bigger picture. You commit for the long haul. You commit because it's not just about sex anymore. Then it becomes, I care about you. I want to take care of you. That's when it becomes genuine. Ironically, when it's not sexually driven, that's when it becomes genuine. You don't believe in 30-year loving marriages. Some people's grandparents have that, so they say. I believe people can care about each other for 30 years. That's what I believe. I believe that's what grandparents have. 30 years of care. I believe that can happen. Some people only love you because you fulfill a certain agenda. Otherwise, they could care less. Yeah, there's that. So, because I think loving without expectation is the hardest thing to do, because we all have expectations. Even wanting respect or love in itself is an expectation. What are your thoughts? Uh, well, I would say, let me read this thing again. You said, I think loving without expectation is the hardest thing. People, you're attracted to someone for a reason. The reason is a condition. You can call it a condition, a stipulation, an expectation, whatever you want to call it. So, it's like, how do you get around it? He likes you for a reason, and you like him for a reason. There's never no reason there. Never no reason. So when you're looking at expectations as something unnatural, then you have to call the whole process of starting a relationship or being in a relationship unnatural, because everyone's there to fulfill a desire. Everyone's there to get something. You are in a relationship to get something. And there's nothing wrong with requiring to gain something from a relationship. It becomes genuine, as I said, over time. When you've been together for a long time, then it becomes this thing called care. In the beginning, it's not so much. It's not so much. So you prepare for all of this. You prepare for all this. You're gonna have there's no way you can love somebody without having expectations. Because that's what love is. Care, on the other hand, is, I've seen your flaws. You might have even hurt me before. I know you're not perfect, but I'm not going anywhere. You don't get that in the beginning. You don't get that the first 2 years or 3 years of a relationship. You get that. That's the long haul. That's the long haul. And that's what it is. Somebody say, Andy, shut up. Who's Andy? I had to divorce my ex twice before I finally detached and moved on. Old happy days are now here. Wow. So 2 times divorce with the same guy? Wow. Well, I'm glad you're on your new chapter. I'm glad you're on your new chapter. Let me see. It's simple. You rub my back, I'll rub yours. Yeah, it's simple, but again, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work out that way. I think polygamy is the future. Uh-oh. People might not biologically be fit to be in a relationship with one person for the rest of their lives. You know, a lot of people are saying, a lot of people, well, women mostly that I talk to, are reaching that conclusion where, you know, they feel that, you know, one partner all your life is just an unnatural thing. They really have come to the conclusion that it's unnatural. And I'm like, okay, so what do you do with that? Do you, you know, recruit for a sister wife? You know, do you marry yourself into a ready-made family? When you visualize what you want your life to be, are you okay with that? Um, if you are, then good, and if you're not, that's also good. I don't think any woman should be forced to adopt that narrative, that, you know, that ideal, because everyone around is saying, you know what, you know, we've all collectively decided that we now realize that it's unnatural to pair bond with one person for the rest of your life. I don't know. I don't know about that. As unnatural as it might be, you still, like, what do you do? Because people are ruining their lives. Cheating ruins your life. It ruins your life. And to this day, I don't know any man, maybe one, that is allowed a polygamous situation, that because they will allow that, they don't cheat anymore. I don't really know any. That because he had two wives, he never dipped outside of the relationship because he had two wives at home or three wives at home, that sort of thing. I don't know any. Most of these guys still recruit. They have two, three, four, and they still looking around. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be okay with being inadequate for you and not properly compensated for that? Because none of these women are living no lives that I envy. None of them. None of these women live lives that are envious. So I'm like, I don't know what's the point there. I would rather you have a difficult time walking out on me, or having side pieces on me, than me just handing it to you. I'm not handing you no green card to do that. Not at all. I feel that it's wrong. It's unsafe. It's wrong and it's unsafe, and especially in this climate that we're in, where most people walking around here with bugs they can't wash off. Really? If I'm not enough, then let me know. Let me know. I don't, Brother Polite. Listen, I've seen him for a long time. It looks like, I mean, I don't know. Looks like his main wife is unbothered by it all. How happy she is, who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But you know, there's been chicks that have came and went out that team. So what's that about? I don't know. If he is allowed to have multiple wives, then I should be allowed to have multiple husbands too. I mean, that's the argument too. But listen, you get one penis changes the pH balance of your vagina. I can't imagine 2, 3, 4, 5 on rotation. What the state of what your hole would be like, I don't even know. You get one, and there are times where you have to be like, "Yo, dude, back up. Let me recalibrate myself here, because you got me up 2, 3, 4. Yuck, yuck, oh, yuck." It benefits men, not women ever. People will learn that the hard way. I mean, it's always beneficial to men. And people say, you know, well, if somebody like Layla Rashawn, let's say, would have allowed him to have, you know, an understanding that he could have another woman or another family or something like that, then somehow miraculously she would be happy. She would be a happy woman if her self-esteem was high enough to be that understanding. Because some of them equate women who are okay with being in polygamous situations as women who have really high self-esteem, like they're not jealous and low to the ground like the rest of us fools that are looking for something that's not a reality, right? But I'm like, nah, I don't buy that. I don't think a woman refusing to share her man has a self-esteem issue. I don't think that's a self-esteem issue. A man who dips out is going to affect your life. A man who screws you is going to affect your life. A man that screws you and other women is going to affect your life. Because whatever he's dipping in, whatever cheese whiz, y'all don't get me started on this thing now. You already know where I'm going to go. Whatever cheese whiz, Gouda cheese, he's dipping in outside there. He's bringing that cottage cheese, that phlegm, that mucus, piss, her period, her saliva, and all that stuff, her shit, back to you. So you just circulating biohazards around here. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Gross. And I'm telling you, I know for a fact, these dudes that fool around with these jump offs and these side pieces out here, the side pieces don't have to wash that. The side piece don't have to keep her behind as clean as the wife do. He go and get that afterwork twang. That salt and vinegar after she done did a 12-hour shift. He meeting her at the door. Come here, girl. Come here. Give me that, girl. You ain't got to wash it. I only got half an hour. Come on. You kidding me? Yuck. Y'all don't get me, listen, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, please. Gross. I don't want no other woman's last day of her period smudge on the dick that I'm supposed to ride. I don't want it. Now, I don't want it. I don't want her saliva. I don't want her pee. That some of these dudes think it's some female ejaculation. She peeing all over his ass. I don't want none of. I don't want to share any of that. No, I don't. Looking at your cum is enough. It's enough trauma just having to deal with what you and then somebody else. Y'all just don't, just don't know. I'm not looking at it from a moral standpoint. I'm always looking at it as a biohazard. Like I don't want anybody else's bugs. I don't want to. We're not that much of a family. We are not that much of a family. No, I don't want to be that close to anybody else. No, sir. Now you have chicks out here that swing both ways and they all right. They could just be one happy family and they're okay with it. That's. It is what it is. It is what it is. But that doesn't light my fire. That's all I can say. Some men don't even wash after sex. No, they don't. Some dudes, you got to tell them to go, yo, dude, go get that soap on the road. What's up? Like, you need an invitation to go shower? Like, you need a party favor, a wedding invitation to go take a shower? Go wash your balls? That's how it is. They lay up and let the thing marinate. Let the thing marinate. Then come to you with stink dick. Then come home to you with stink dick. Are you serious? And let's not talk about these dudes that double dip, that dipping in the back and the front. Oh My God. You dipping in the back and the front. Listen, I'm getting disgusted. I'm getting disgusted just thinking about this. Gross. Gross. Kosha, you ain't speaking English right now. I don't even know how to respond to you. They love back action now. Of course they do. A lot of these dudes love back action. A lot of these dudes love back. Listen, we are living in a day and time now where it ain't really taboo to hit somebody, a chick with a dick. It's getting less and less of a taboo to do that too. A lot of these dudes living these secret double lives, double agent lives, down low and all that kind of stuff. There's a whole lot of that. There's a whole lot of men, a whole lot of men who want to be with other men secretly. A whole bunch. Like a lot. I wish I had percentages for you. I wish I had CDC data on that. I might need to go to the CDC and see what I could pull up. See what I can pull up. But it's a whole lot of that. After work, sex is needed after a hard day. Help me, Lord. So, you can't just open a beer can and watch a game or something. You got to dump. You got to release your frustration. Release it in her vagina. That's how we do that. That's how we do that. Oh Lord, you said I think almost all black men are DL. I don't. I would never say all. I'm just saying there's a whole lot. There's just a whole lot going on right now. You got to be like, you got to have both your eyes open. You got to have both your eyes open now. Ain't no telling, because we have fluidity. We have fluidity going on here. A woman deserves all money after a hard day of work. Hello? I would say that. Not your pissy dick. She don't deserve no pissy dick after a hard day. She deserves that money. Where that money, dude? Where the check? What you got for me to put in the kitty? Do you see the numbers on these female hygiene videos? Yo, the female hygiene videos be in the millions. Millions of hits. I thought about starting a hygiene channel too. When I was looking at, okay, so what's trending now on YouTube? How to wash your vagina, how to keep your vagina fresh, how to make your vagina minty fresh, how to make your vagina smell like flowers, how to wash from front to back, the proper way to smell fresh. Millions of hits. Lord. I'm like, wait a minute. All y'all, huh? Huh? Listen, you want to make a coin on YouTube? Go just do a how to wash your vagina video. You want to make a coin and up your subscribers overnight? Just make a video on products to wash your vagina. It's unbelievable how many chicks don't know or need salad dressings and all that kind of stuff to keep things fresh down there. You need salad dressing, baking soda, goat milk, bentonite clay. Uh, what else I done seen? Clorox. There was one ad. There was an ad back in the, I think from the what was it, the 30s or the 40s? They had like an advertisement for a vagina wash. Do you know they used to wash their vaginas with Lysol back in the 30s and 40s? I saw the advertisement. It said how to keep your mimsy clean. I was done. How to keep your mimsy clean. Get this Lysol. Pine Fresh. Yo, listen. Listen. How to keep the mimsy. I'm gonna do a video. How to keep your mimsy clean in 2019. Them chicks back in the 30s used to wash with Pine Sol. They used to douche with Pine Sol. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why would you need industrial strength, something that you wash buildings with, to wash your vagina? Wash your vagina. I don't know. There's a lot of stink vaginas out here. These young girls are having the hardest time. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, one has 16 million. She's holding her nose and has a pair of panties on the thumbnail. Listen, there's so much to say about that. Well, that's like another video. There's so much that can be said about that. Unemployed men get the best women. Unemployed men get the best women. All right, let them use you. What Madea said, or was it Tyler Perry? Let them use you. Let them use you. Unemployed men get the best women. What time are we living in? What time are we living in? The broke dusties. Oh, them. Well, those are the ones that have the best sex because that's all they have to offer. This is why they can bag up women, because they are slurping the Slurpees. They are doing front, back, side, upside down, chandelier, backyard, in the pool, in the car, in the trunk, at your job, mile high, like however, whenever, and how many times you want it, because that's all they have to contribute. Dusty men give good head. Dusty men get good sex, because that's their only job. That's their only job, so they give that. They give that. Hello. Yes, chandelier, all of that. All of that. I remember when I used to do hair, I had several chicks that used to work in the jail, in the jailhouse. You know, COs, correction officers, chicks that got wrapped up in with, having sex with inmates and stuff. I'm like, how you get caught up with a dude in jail? Like, I still to this day don't understand what that's about. How you let a dude in jail scam you? He in jail, but he got that talk game. Got that dick game too. Got this and what's between his legs. That's what he got for you. Promises. I wish more women understood their value. There would be less unemployed men. Yeah, there would be. Because we are the motivators of men. If men couldn't have sex without having a job, they'd have a job. The same thing, and the same is in the reverse, because they talk about us like if fat women couldn't get a man, they go and get skinny. But fat women could get men to fuck them. So there's no incentive for them to be skinny. So it's the flip side of that too. But we have a lot of men that the only incentive they have is to use women. To pretend like they're in relationships in order to get a free ride, free meal. You know, you can ride around town and pose in your car with the other chick. You know, there's that. There's that. I see homeless men get approached and taken home by women. Now wait a minute. Now you're reaching. Homeless men. Women are becoming more and more gullible. I don't think women are becoming more and more gullible. I refuse to believe that we are becoming more and more gullible. I think we just got to be a little bit smarter. All right, I'm being summoned now. So my daughter's coming in the car, so I can't talk freely anymore. So you have stories, hobo. Oh Lord, save it for the next live, Ange. Save it for the next live. Yeah, I agree. Soul Love. I think we're seeing the truth now. I think we're actually getting smarter about things. So, but anyway, I gotta go. I'll probably jump on here tomorrow. Hit the links up in the description box, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, peace and love, y'all.